Welcome friends, Asli Bania welcomes you once again. Today we have brought you another multi-bagger stock, that is Rural Electrification Corporation, after a long time. So after a long break, let's see what the stock holds for all the investors. Now coming to our standard disclaimer, this presentation is prepared only for educational purposes only. Before investing in this stock, please consult your SEBI registered advisor. Aslibania will not be responsible for any profits or loss due to investment in this stock. Now, Rural Electrification Corporation Limited introduction. So, basically, REC was established in 1969, and currently it is one of the leaders in financing assistance to power sector. Basically, be it power generation, power transmission, or power distribution. REC is a Navratna company, and it comes under Ministry of Power. So, one thing is that they are susceptible to government interference in the company. The other thing is REC funds the businesses with market borrowings for various maturities, including bonds, term loans, and they hold highest credit ratings. And internationally, REC is treated as par with the sovereign ratings, that is on par with India ratings. Now coming to the standalone results, if you see the company, the top line is growing, the profit margin is good, but the thing is it is giving loans, and the most of the cost is covered by the interest portion of which comes under the expenses part. So therefore it earns a very good profit on it. Now if you see the standalone financial, the, for last 3-4 years the company top line was stagnant. That is because of slowdown in the power sector, but it is expected in next few years the power sector will again come into the picture and will start growing. So that is why if you see, like, in the current last 4 quarters, the top line has started growing, but the thing is, this is just an indication. Now if you see the last year consolidated numbers, the company earned a net profit of 5,741 crores, and that results in a very good EPS of 29 rupees. So the cash flow, the cash flow of this company cannot be compared with normal companies, because it is always giving loans. So cash from operating activity will be always negative. So that is why you have to treat it on par with the banks who have main business in lending. Now coming into electricity demand, so this is generation capacity by gigawatt. So if you see, these are the 346 is the current numbers, like for the last year. 479 is expected for 2022, and 619 is expected for 2026. So basically the demand for power will ultimately rise. And there is an interesting part of the thing, like if you see, in last 3-4 years the industrial activity has slowed down a bit, still the power demand is rising. Can you believe it? And the main reason is because the government has gone overboard in electrification of the villages, and that is resulting in the increase in power consumption. And so if the industry catches up, it will increase a lot. So if you see, almost 70-80% increase is projected in next 7 years. Now coming to fund requirement, so if you see, the fund requirement for power generation will slightly increase, that is up to 956,000 crores. Now coming on to interesting numbers, if you see, the most important part is, this is the total loans outstanding as of June 30, 2019, given by REC. If you see, most of the provisions are concentrated on the private sector, and if you see, in private sector, all the power generation companies are almost on the brink of bankruptcy. So the provision coverage ratio is around 50% for private sector, whereas it is almost nil in the government sector. So the gross NPA is 7.18%, and the net NPA is 3.72%. The noteworthy factors, like for last 1 or 2 quarters, these NPAs have come down by a small number, a small number, maybe some 10-20 basis points, but it looks like the recovery has started. So in next couple of quarters, if the NPA levels come down, so REC is going to report a very healthy profit. Now the dividend, this is a very interesting number. So basically, since it is a government company and reports to Ministry of Power, so government always forces them to give a lot of dividend. And if you see for the last 5 years record, the dividend percentage is always increasing, except if you leave the last year. And the thing is, the dividend yield is around 7.63%, which is I think much more than what fixed deposits are giving. So this is a very interesting number. Now coming back to pros and cons of the company is consistently dividend paying, and the dividend yield is quite good. It is much more than the fixed deposit at the moment. The promoter holding is also quite good, 52.63%. One good thing about REC is that they are giving loans to almost each and every state, and so their loan concentration is quite diversified. And even if the financial numbers of one state is not good and they are not able to pay it, so it is pretty well diversified, so it won't affect REC much. The cons which I could think of is REC is behaves like a similar to financial institutions, and if the NPA levels goes up, then the profit of REC reduces. Now the final review for REC. REC Corporation is available at CMP of 144 rupees at PE of around 5 and market cap of around 28,500 crore rupees. The PE ratio of the company generally moves in a band of 5 to 7 from last so many years. The NPA cycle which we discussed is just showing that it is on the path of the recovery, and maybe in couple of 1 or 2 more quarters it will be more evident. So the market perception on share price may go up, and it might lead to PE expansion as well. So our final verdict on REC. REC is at a very interesting valuation. We expect a price of rupees 430 based on a PE of 7 when everything goes well. So from the current perspective, it looks like a 2x opportunity from 5 years perspective, along with a fixed deposit like dividends, which is a very good number. The risk in the stock is low, and the probability of price fall in the stock is also very low, unless there is substantial increase in NPS of REC, which looks difficult at this moment. So thank you very much, friends, and if you liked my presentation, you can subscribe to my channel by clicking on the blue colored link below the blue colored arrow. Okay, thank you very much, and see you next time.